Yo, what's up? In today's video, we're going to be talking about stopping and starting, starting and stopping. Now, what I mean by that is there's a lot of variables to this, so I'm only going to name off a few with starting and stopping. So what I mean by starting and stopping is when you're starting a project or on your path to your career, it's bad for yourself to start and stop, because it's gonna actually stop you from progressing and going higher and going forward, and you're gonna regress going backwards and being stagnant, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna think like, okay, why am I not moving forward? Physically and mentally, why am I not moving forward? And that's because you're starting, you start off strong, and then, as time goes by and time goes on, you're getting very little progress and accolades. You're getting very little of that, and you're seeing other people get more accolades, go further, but you have to realize that it's literally the same thing as what you're going through, or excuse me, that person is literally going through the same thing you're going through. You're just seeing a lot more from that person because you're working, and then you look up and then you see that person get awards, and then you're working again, you look up, you see that person getting more accolades, more progress, but they're going through the same thing you're going through. They're putting in the work, they're putting in the time, but the only thing is they're not starting and stopping, starting and stopping, stopping and starting, stopping and starting. You're doing that, and you just can't, you can't get further if you're taking pauses throughout, working on what you're working on and trying to get further. It's not gonna work. You have to constantly keep working. An example not from myself, I'll use that a little bit later, but an example from, let's use a celebrity that everyone might know. You have, let's say, Drake, right? Drake, the reason why you hear a lot from him, you see him a lot, and you hear many different things about him is because he's not starting and stopping. He kept working from the time he started working on, let me not say from the time he started working on music, because everyone starts from there, but once he first got onto the scene, into the public eye, he didn't stop. He kept going. He kept dropping mixtapes, albums, singles, doing concerts, doing appearances. He hasn't stopped yet. He's still going. And that's what we all have to do. We have to keep going. We have to make these sacrifices to get where we're trying to get to. You know, you can't have progress without sacrifice. And a lot of people do not want to sacrifice. That's one of my problems. Some things I'll sacrifice because I don't really care. Some things I won't sacrifice because I do really care. But I have to sacrifice a lot more to get a lot further, with a lot more progress than I am now, with certain sacrifices that I need to sacrifice. So yeah, that's one of the things, you know, for everyone who knows who Drake is. From a personal standpoint, with starting and stopping, so I use this a lot. I use this one a lot, but last year, right, 2018, that was one of my biggest things, was starting and stopping, and that was because, like in my previous video, I said constructive criticism. I took his insults. I wanted to do what I wanted and not really do what would help people in photography. It was always my vision, and even when someone gave me an idea, I always turned it into my vision. I wanted to do things that were bigger, that I didn't even have resources for, but I wanted to do those. So I ended up not even picking up my camera, because I do photography mainly, so that's one of the things I didn't do all last year was photography. And so when I would start, I would start off strong, right? You know, I would get it done, and then constructive criticism hit. Seeing other people progress further than me, seeing other people get more accolades, seeing other people do this and do that, do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, the point was, it would make me stop what I was doing and just think and ponder for days on end on, okay, what can I do that's bigger? What can I do that's better? What can I do that'll get my mental a lot stronger? What books can I read? What videos can I watch? And that literally consumed me, and I just wouldn't even leave my room. I would just sit there, read, watch, see other people live their life and not living my own, you know, until I had a moment of a mental breakdown. And, you know, now this year, 2019, you know, I'm doing what I love to do, which is photography. You know, I do these videos, which also helps me practice with video and editing and other things along with that, you know. I'm a lot more active now than I was last year, because I don't sit there and ponder my whole day away, you know. I get up and I get going, you know. That I also talk about that in my earlier videos. Just get up and go, you know. When you get up and go, don't worry about it being perfect right off the bat. because you can do many takes, whether it be video, photography, music, art, painting, whatever. You do as many as you want until you get it right. But always make sure you get it right at the end of the day, and don't work on just, don't have one small task that you have to do take your whole day, or take your whole week, or take your whole month, or whole year. Get that task done, make sure it's good and right, and push on forward. All those small tasks that you have to worry about, don't even worry about it. Just get it done. Get it right. Move on. Yeah, so that was one of my biggest things. And now, I don't really worry too much about my mental, because that if you're doing what you're doing, to me, I'm not really good with mental health topics, tips, and helpful stuff. But to me, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, believe in what you believe in, do what you do, you don't really have to worry about that. Everything's gonna come to you when the time is right. And I hope I got my point across. I hope I helped. I gave 2 examples off, Famous and me. But yeah, it's your boy J __ Zodiac with the K. Spelled it out for you. It's in my intro and my outro. Go check me out on Instagram. If you like what I post, you like what I'm pushing, give me that follow. I'm not asking you, I'm not telling you to do that. I already know some people aren't. Excuse me. On my Instagram, I got my team on there in my bio and in my posts. Go check them out. Same thing with them. If you liking what they pushing, liking what they posting, give them that follow. And I appreciate to whoever made it this far in the video. Thank you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.